actually, yeah, here we go. So it started over. Got the intro music playing once again. Peace, yo, this is Brother Hot Tip coming at you live and direct, or not live and direct. I'm recording this podcast. We just had to start over, so I started it over. So first I need to remind you, you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I'm your host, Brother Hot Tim, and of course this is the Umoja Morning Toast. We are toasting the day. This will be a short podcast, and the goal is to blow up your old paradigm. We're not playing up here in Gye-Nyame Journey, right? It is the 16th of January, and the principle of the day is Umoja, right? Umoja, right? Unity. But also along with Umoja, you have truth, one of the laws of Mayat. How are you practicing truth in your day-to-day, right? So go around and look for that. Now, I know a lot of y'all eating. Some of y'all might still have to work, but let me talk to y'all about the coming show for this week. This week's folk tale will be the boy bathing, and I think that this will be an eye-opening show, especially for the plight of African Americans in America. This folk tale is going to really give you some perspective on how America has been dealing with us specifically, right? I want you to read in advance and be ready for this conversation. This will be an eye-opening and a powerful conversation. Also, this week we will be starting for those that's interested, folk tales for grown folks happen every oh my God, I almost said it. Every self-determination day at 9 p.m. For those of you that still are caught up in the Matrix, it's Tuesdays at 9 p.m. All right. And on Ujima Day, right? For those caught up in the Matrix, that's Wednesday at 9 p.m. We will have our discussion on tribal quotes. I'm using quotes from the African Openers to Tree of Life. We almost through this book. We done covered almost all of them. Well, I'm going to say we're a little bit below halfway. This week we'll be starting chapter 6, Establishing Life Through Life's Rhythms. You ready? Get ready. Here's a sample. Energy flows in stages and cycles. Say the knowledge holders. Very simple, right? We're going to get into that, right? Man, I ain't gonna go no farther. I'm tempted. All right. So now, also, let's toast the day. Peace, fam. This is Brother Hot Tim, and I'm holding right now, for those that can see on Facebook. I know y'all can't see a Spreaker, but what I'm holding is a glass of green tea. Right now, I'm downstairs brewing, and this tea has been in there for not quite 24 hours yet. It's still kind of light for my taste. You know, I want it a little bit darker than that. Y'all see that? But we're going to use this as part of the toast. So, we're going to toast. First, we always start with our Creator. or whatever name you choose to call that creator. We toast. We toast our ancestors. Toast. We toast the present moment. The present moment is Umoja. We toast that Umoja, right? And last but not least, we toast our children, our children's children onto infinity. And speaking of that unity, the words for unity, we toast the fact that we are able to work together and we are able to embrace our differences. We toast our allies. We toast our enemies. Thank you for making yourself known. We understand that through unity, all things are possible. Through unity, all of the principles of the Nguzo Saba, all of the principles come together and work together to move us forward. So we toast that and we say, Ashe. And as we say in the tribe, 100 years. Nah, it ain't ready yet. It ain't ready yet. I need a little bit more caffeine. Yeah. Gotta be a little bit more. I need a little more bitterness in it. All right. So, for those that's wondering, hey, Brother Hatem, what about that ambrosia? Well, I'm down. I'm almost down to my last little bit. Well, I ain't got down to my last little bit. But one of my elders called me the other day, and he ordered 20 bottles of ginseng. So that almost bankrupted me again, right? You know, but hey, the elders want that ginseng. I'm going to get that ginseng. I got some more ginseng because I owe them 10 more bottles, right? They want the lemon lime. They want that Justice League, that lemon lime and ginger, and they want that beet. That beat you up, ambrosia. Hey, so we're going to toast our elders. Yeah, let's toast the elders, right? Because a major piece in unity is recognizing the wisdom of the elders and being able to utilize the wisdom of the elders. Now, as nation builders and nation maintainers, I know a lot of y'all are confused about that, right? Because actually we're not even nation builders because are we really building a nation? Right? So we building tribes right now. But a nation builder is somebody who's in the process of building. So they basically just came up out of the warrior state. And they're just a little bit too old to be on the battlefield, but they still get on the battlefield. And when they get on the battlefield, you know it. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the experience to really not only handle themselves, but they're able to handle other people, right? Under their command, right? And they're able to lead, right? And they're able to also do the things as far as building, because a warrior is not really a destructive force, but a warrior can be a destructive force, right? But when a warrior is guided, a warrior is a real builder, right? A nation builder is somebody that could speak the language of the warriors and get them to build. A nation maintainer is somebody that could organize younger nation builders, right? So they're able to maintain a nation. So now, not only can they go to war, they know how to maintain peace. And they understand that a crucial piece in maintaining peace, P-I-E-C-E, in maintaining peace, P-E-A-C-E, is being able to be prepared for war, right? So a nation maintainer is somebody that can maintain peace, right? But also harness and guide that warrior spirit to keep it from turning in upon itself. Now, I'm working on getting into that phase. And after that, you have the elder phase, who is able to advise and guide everybody. Because at this point in time, when you reach eldership, you are a living, walking model of what it means to be your people. You become the archetype of the people. That means that now you embody the culture, right? This means that your walk embodies the culture. Your talk embodies the culture. This means that your actions embody the culture. You inspire and you motivate others to follow your lead, not because you can force them, but because they see that the ancestors and the Creator are blessing your life, right? And it doesn't mean that you're wealthy. It doesn't mean that you got all the flyest things. It means that you are able to verbalize the words and the actions and the deeds of our ancestors, right? And people see this in you and they respect you and they honor you. Why? Because you are a walking symbol of our community. You're a walking symbol of our nation. You're a walking symbol of our tribe, right? There will be stories written about you, and you are honorable, and you are worthy of the libations that soon will be coming your way. Your name will never be forgotten, right? That's that whole process, y'all. I just broke it down for y'all. So I want to toast those elders, right? I want to send energies out to those elders, and I want to thank the ones that are involved in my life, right? I want to thank the ones that have empowered me. I want to thank the ones that blessed me. You heard the explosion going, right? I want to thank those, right? Because it's because of the elders, because the elders are the master teachers. The elders are, they lead without necessarily even leading. You know what I'm saying? They leave you with questions. See, and that's true leadership, right? True leadership is about finding the right questions and asking the right questions. And in asking the right questions, you get the results because they leave questions on the minds of nation maintainers, nation builders, and warriors. Dude, listen, we're not asking the right questions about the situation we in right now. Elders, y'all need to stop giving answers and start asking questions. Because wisdom is in the questions. Wisdom is not in being able to get answers. Because as long as I'm getting answers, I don't have to think. When you ask questions, you teach people how to think. Right? This is why, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to be a teacher nowadays in these schools. Because it's not about getting the kids to wrestle with questions. It's about getting kids to learn the answers. You know what I'm saying? A teacher's supposed to leave students puzzled. You know what I'm saying? Giving them just enough information to answer the questions, but then leave them. Do y'all remember in the old days when the teachers, matter of fact, let's think about how some of the old math books used to be made. I don't know if they make them like this. Y'all remember the old hardback math books where the teacher would send you home and you would have to do the problems after y'all spent all day, spent the whole class working on them, and you would come up to the board and you would work through the problem, and y'all would sit and y'all would do the problems together, and the teacher would send you home and say, your homework is to do 1 through 15. And you would go home, you'd be like, this is going to be easy. And you go home and you struggle a little bit and you go back to the answers, and it will only be the even or the odd answers in the back of the book. Do y'all remember those? That was about leaving you with questions, right? They gave you problems, and they would give you half the answers, but you would have to complete your homework. You would have to work through the other half. So you would have to go back, look at the answer for the even or whatever questions they had, look at the answer, see what was wrong with yours, go back, resolve it so that you will come up with that answer in the back, and then you will be able to go to the next question and have enough confidence to try to do that one. Then you will go to the next one and you would do that one. And then you would check the answer in the back. If it was right, you had a little bit more confidence. If not, you had the right answer to go back and walk yourself through to get the right answer. And then move to the next one. Solve that with confidence. And you'll be able to take your homework back. That's about leaving you with questions. Right? That's true leadership. I don't know what we got today. You know what I'm saying? I think we got management, right? We all went to the school of management, right? You know what I'm saying? Because slaves require management. Slaves don't require leadership, right? Leadership inspires. Management oppresses. Leadership brings innovation. Management brings process and best practices. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand some of this damn lingo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, it's slave talk. Best practices. What? Best practices? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're dealing with human beings, right? Individuals talk about best practices, right? For human beings. I want y'all to think about that. Every last one of y'all got children. I ain't gonna say every last one of you, but y'all got children and nephews or around kids. Try using best practices on those kids. It's gonna work on one of them. Best practices is you being developed and being able to have the patience and learn the learning modality of each one of those children and figure it out. Right? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the best practice. You can't write that shit down. You know what I'm saying? That requires you to have wrestled with the question and have wrestled with children and wrestled with the situation. So I want to toast those true elders, right? That bring unity to the community, that can accept you for you and understand that you're going to be different than the other young person that they're working with, right? And recognize that and learn how to get y'all to work together despite the fact that y'all might despise each other. But in the presence of that elder and in the presence of what you're doing, you get it done. This toast is to those elders that understand that unity is bigger than us being robots and wearing the same clothes and having the same hairstyles and buying the same cloth. This toast goes out to those true elders out there. You know what I'm saying? To those true elders. And this toast also goes out to those elders that hopefully one day you will grow into eldership, right? Because there's some of y'all out there that are elders, right? You can't do that while hey, you can't do that. You got to go somewhere else. I'm almost done. I promise. All right, so this is the Umoja Morning Toast. I want to thank everybody who listened to it live, nobody, and anybody who listened to it later. I send out shots to you. Ambrosia make you burp. I've been drinking it. Man. Oh, and why I got y'all here, man? Please, prepare yourself, right? What do I mean? What do you mean, Brother Hotel? Start getting your mind, your body, your spirit ready, because we don't know what's coming in the next few years. And I just was in the car and I was listening to them talking about people trying to escape Syria, and 2 more boats done disappeared with families on them, right? They're looking for the wreckage. You got thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people that are dying in struggles all over the world. And I would hate for my people to be blindsided because they believe that that type of scenario could never happen in America. But as the days roll on, we see that anything is possible. See, because less than 365 days ago, nobody ever thought that we would be inaugurating Donald Trump as president this Friday. It's going to have a Freestyle Friday, right? That's Inauguration Day, right? But anything is possible. So those of you that have not been getting your gear together, right? Those of you that have not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and it's not being a doomsayer, because I hate that shit, right? But I'm just saying it would behoove us to be prepared for the good and the bad. My elder, back to my elder, one of my elders, Hannibal Afrique, used to say, whenever we was in the libation circle, Hannibal Afrique, I think from Chicago, will always say, "No, what you want?
You want me to put it out?
I'll put it in there because I don't want you to get in trouble. All right. What you warming up? A corn dog. See, you wasted food. You just ate some oatmeal. All right. Anyway, Hannibal Afrique used to say, "A warrior never builds his shield on the battlefield." Fam, we on the battlefield. We have to be prepared. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Just in case. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a group of people that you can rely on? See, because really, in these coming times, and I'm so appreciative for them, and I know a lot of y'all mad at me for constantly saying that, right? In these coming times, you're going to really get the opportunity to see who is your friends and who are your foes. And I want you to be able to see for yourself, right? For future knowledge. I mean, because the whole piece is we had a lot of people in our lives who has been masquerading, right, as friends and as allies. And we really gonna get to see who's been true, who is true, and who is fair weather. And that's gonna be good for you, because you're gonna know which direction to move in. It's gonna be a powerful time for you. So I ain't gonna belabor the point. I want to thank everybody for listening. Now this podcast, feel free to download it. Remember, subscribe to Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. You know, like us on Facebook. Follow our YouTube channel, Gye-Nyame Journey, on YouTube, or you go to Hatem Gye-Nyame on YouTube. That's where I'm posting up a lot of my videos. And I know a lot of y'all like, why are you doing that? Just like I'm doing my live stream on Hatem Gye-Nyame, because I got more friends on both of those platforms as Hatem Gye-Nyame. But all of the credit still goes to Gye-Nyame Journey, because, you know, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Me and Gye-Nyame Journey, I'm striving to be, like at the end of my pledge, I say, I am Gye-Nyame. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be hard to you or nothing like that. But the point is, we have to become those things, right? And also, dang, I keep on saying I want to go, man, but listen, this is what I do, man. Listen. So, I was thinking about this the other day, right? I'm like, dang, what makes culture? Because I'm constantly thinking about it. Because ever since my big brother Albino told me culture cures, la cultura cura, right? Ever since he said that to me, I said, what does it mean? He said, culture cures, right? And I saw what he was doing with it in the Native American family, in our Native American family. And I witnessed them come together, and I witnessed them build a village in a matter of hours and stay there for a week. You know what I'm saying? And do prayer ceremonies and make sacrifices that you wouldn't even believe. And I witnessed that. And I start thinking about it. I'm like, dang, you know, what are some of the things? So those of you that's interested in starting your own tribe, right? One of the major things that you'll notice in tribes traditionally is that every tribe has a totem. What's that, Brother Hatem? A totem is a symbol, right? Some use animals, some use symbols. Our totem in Gye-Nyame, we have two of them. We have three family-wide, right? But one of the major totems that we use is Gye-Nyame, the symbol. The animal for Gye-Nyame specific is the phoenix, right? Or in Native American tradition, they call it the thunderbird. Or in Kemetic tradition, they call it the Benu. Benu. And in Gye-Nyame, we say Benu for a specific reason. Benu, right? Now, that's that totem, right? Because that totem represents the soul of the people, right? And it gives you a gathering point, right? This is why, one of the reasons that the Crips and the Bloods and the folks, these young brothers that put this thing together, right, tapped into something ancestrally that has been brewing for a long time. These brothers grabbed totems, you know what I'm saying, sacred colors, sacred symbols, you know what I'm saying, and we wonder why a lot of our positive organizations fall to the wayside. It's because we're not tapping into the very things that hold tribes together, right? Tribes also have to have some outside force that they are fighting against to keep out, right? Now, whether that's a symbolic or whether that's an actual force, there has to be some type of force that forces individuals to work together to survive. Now, black folks, that describes us. It's just we're not using the outside force to kind of force us to work together and force us to push back against that outside force. A lot of tribes in their mythology believe that they are a sacred people and that if they don't take the responsibility to make sure that they survive, the world as we know it, or the world as they know it, will disintegrate and dissolve. The universe will collapse. They make themselves important. And I need to say to you, black folks, you are important. You are important. You are important enough to conserve your culture. You are important enough to resurrect your culture, right? There are outside forces that are trying to destroy us. And if we don't take the responsibility to come together in unity and work, the universe as we know it will dissolve. It will fall apart. You are that important. So I stand up under the banner of Gye-Nyame. I stand with the totem animal of the phoenix, the Benu bird, the thunderbird, the Benu, right? You know what I'm saying? As well as the Simba, right? Those are totems, right? That represent the spirit and the soul of the people. So one of the things that we have to really start looking at when we start talking about unity is what are the rallying symbols? What are the rallying cries that we have? What are the things that we have that speak to the very nature of our humanity? Right? This is why I'm constantly talking about the stories. This is why I'm constantly talking about the Proverbs, right? Because it's deeper than just mining the wisdom. That's important. Getting down there, getting dirty and hashing that out between us, right? But the stories, the narratives are what holds us together, because we start seeing our similarities, our similar patterns. Like the story I got coming up to tomorrow night, right? Once you are able to put yourself in the story, right, and look at it from the man that's talking to the youth that's in taking a bath, right, and you see yourself in the story, you'll see the rallying point around which we need to start to gather, right? And you get to decide, am I the man talking to the boy? Am I in a position of the man talking to the boy, or am I the boy in the pool? And you can look at it from your individual level. You can look at it from your family level. Then you can look at it from your tribal level. Then you can look at it from your city level. Then you can look at it from your state level. Then you can look at it from your national level. Then you can look at it from the global level. Then you can look at it from the universal level. Our ancestors was brilliant, right? And a lot of that stuff, a lot of that wisdom we allowed to be thrown to the trash, or we need academics to bring it back to us when academics wasn't around when our ancestors was creating this shit. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no academics around when we was healing ourselves with herbs. It wasn't no academics around when we was bringing communities together. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no academics around when we gathered tribes together and formed the nations that we formed. All that's a trick. It's a game. Learn the rules. I ain't saying not to get your degrees. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you make the degree. The degree don't make you. Right? You can be a master. There's been scores of masters long before there were schools. As a matter of fact, for the longest time, even medical doctors, when they got sick beyond their own abilities, they would always go to the bushman or the bushwoman. And if you don't believe me, ask your grandmama or ask your great-grandmama if you're blessed to have her around. Right? In every community, there was somebody who had some sacred science that even those individuals who claimed to be masters would go to. Black folks, it's time for us to resurrect our traditions. We need to go back to the apprenticeship piece. Right? You know what I'm saying? All of us have a skill where we need apprentices that we could pass this stuff down. All of us have some skills where we need to start passing it down and really start building, right? So, yo, this time I'm going to have to go for real. I'm trying, but I love doing this, yo. Listen, this is what I was born to do, right? This right here is what I was born to do. I'm just, as usual, I'm just ahead of the curve. I was born almost 30 years too late. Oh, my fault, 30 years too early, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's right on time, right? Because like I said, we're going to build this thing. So check this out. Once again, like, subscribe, because somewhere on your thing, if you're on Facebook, you could click so that you know, so you get an alarm when when I'm doing this right here, right? When I'm live streaming. Like our page, Gye-Nyame Journey. Like the YouTube channel. Like Gye-Nyame, like Hatem Gye-Nyame on YouTube. I posted up on my timeline as well as Gye-Nyame Journey's timeline, right? Like us on Spreaker. I'm going to post this up as soon as I get done here. Like us on Spreaker, okay? And also become one of our Patreons. I know some of y'all out there balling. You know what I'm saying? You could do payments as small as $2. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole piece is, this is a business, right? This is a business. I love giving information, but the point is, when you get to the journey gives back, right? So, you can do small donations on a monthly basis. You know what I'm saying? And maybe get some ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? So, but the point is, let's keep it rolling, right? Because with you on Patreon, with you subscribing on YouTube, with you subscribing on Spreaker, you help push Gye-Nyame Journey forward. And what does that mean, right? That means that you make it possible for us to have another tent so that we can invite another group of families to come out with us. See? Because realize we do stuff with kids in mind, but it's not just for kids. Because the process of rites of passage is not just about kids. That's where we go wrong. Because many of y'all need rites of passage. Many of y'all need to be cured by your culture. But you can't be cured sitting at home. See, because our culture will not reveal itself in the prisons of these cities. It can. But when we go to nature, we have to go to nature. We have to start resurrecting. We got to sit around the fire. We got to talk as a family, right? We got to talk as brothers and sisters. Had a real talk, you know what I'm saying, out there, talking about the world, because we got to separate ourselves, because in the process of rites of passage, and I'm constantly on this, right? First you have the call. So consider this your call. And the call is a point in time where something happens to an individual all of a sudden. Well, all of a sudden, things don't look exactly the same no more. The paradigm get blown up. Something causes the paradigm to blow up. A quest pops up. A challenge pops up. That's the call. I'm challenging you, right? I'm saying change the days of the week. And I know you're like, what is this crazy man talking about? It ain't Umoja, it's Monday. I'm not on that. Yeah. You know how some of y'all are, right? I ain't even funny words. I gotta shape my mouth in a certain way. You know how some of y'all are, right? Yeah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Then it's not your call. It's not for you. Stat. Kick rocks. Bye. But some of y'all, it rang in your soul. Right? This brother's talking about changing the days of the week. This brother who has been consistent. Before live stream. He been doing this shit before live stream. You go to my Spreaker. Go to my Spreaker page. See how many shows I've been doing. See how long I've been doing this shit. Go to my YouTube page. Not Gye-Nyame Journey. Go to Hatim Gye-Nyame. Since 2008. You know what I'm saying? Got hundreds of videos. I've been doing this shit. I'm not playing with this. Right? I need y'all to understand. So you look at that stuff, be like, damn, maybe this is my call. So you receive your call. And then after you receive your call, you go on an adventure. And the adventure separates you. Separates you from all that you know. This is the camping trips, you know what I'm saying? You get separated. This is going to simple camp. You get separated, right? You separated from all you know, all your comforts, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking that when people come, you know what I'm saying? If it's your first time, leave your cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Kids, just like with the kids, you don't need a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? The reason I got my people out there with cell phones, just in case something happened, we need to get up out of there. And second, we need to document what's going on for ourselves and for other people, because your experience may be a call for others.
Still not working.
What you mean it's not working?
It's not working because it's English.
Okay. But give me the thing. So I'm about to go, y'all. Next step is the initiation process. This is where you find yourself through your separation in a world that you're not used to.
Hey guys! What's up? Hi.
You find yourself in a place. Why y'all?
Walk to this party and look at the skip jeans on you.
Hey, don't do that on mine. You don't do that on mine. All right. So, hey. So the initiation, you learn the rules of the new world. You learn the rules of the culture. Boom. You move to another level. Then after that, reintroduction. Right? You come back to society a new being. All right. Then I just say, you see what I'm saying? Now, best practices. Somebody give me a best practice for that.
Me.
Mind your business. I'm not talking to y'all. Somebody give me a best practice for that. Right? Best practice. Oh, could y'all please sit down and pay attention? This is how they want you to handle it. My baby laughing at me. Right? All right. Best practice. Huh? All right. You know what I'm saying? Both of them totally different. Both of them. Right? Best practice. You know what I'm saying? Best practice basically goes to a small works on a small percentage. Other than that, you got to be creative. It ain't the practice, it's the person. All right. So I finished that. This brother Hatim, I'm gonna go and fix this so that my kids can watch this movie in English, because my younger daughter done did something with this tablet to where it's in English. No, you didn't put it on English. It's English.
Speak English.
right. But
Spanish.
she put it on Espanol. But hey, I'm out. This is Brother Tim. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I'm out. Y'all say bye.
Bye.
You see that? Y'all see that? What's the best practice for that?
I don't know.
Peace.
I don't know. Hey, don't say peace anymore. Peace out.
Sasha.
Our to-do list was here.
All right.